On February 13, 2025, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. secured his position as the Secretary of the Department of Health and Human Services. The Senate vote, however, exposed a stark partisan divide, concluding with a close 52-48 result. This tight confirmation highlighted the contentious nature of Kennedy's nomination, setting the stage for a potentially turbulent tenure leading the nation's health policy. The outcome underscored the deep divisions within the Senate, with every Democrat supporting Kennedy and almost all Republicans following suit. This near-party line vote illustrated the extent to which Kennedy's nomination had become a political litmus test. It was notable that Senator Mitch McConnell, a Republican stalwart and the Senate Minority Leader, broke ranks to oppose Kennedy. McConnell, a polio survivor, cited his staunch support for vaccines and deep concerns about Kennedy's stance on the issue. His vote against Kennedy served as a powerful reminder of the gravity of the concerns surrounding the new HHS Secretary's views. This rare instance of open dissent within the Republican Party further emphasized the weight of Kennedy's controversial history in the eyes of some senior lawmakers. Kennedy's confirmation ignited a firestorm of controversy, largely fueled by his long-standing and vocal stance on vaccines. A prominent activist, Kennedy has been a leading voice in the anti-vaccine movement, known for promoting the debunked link between vaccines and autism. Critics, including numerous public health experts and organizations, expressed deep alarm over his appointment. They argued that his views on vaccines, which contradict decades of scientific consensus, could erode public trust in immunization programs and jeopardize public health. Despite the uproar, Kennedy repeatedly denied being anti-vaccine during his confirmation hearings. Instead, he sought to reframe his position, characterizing himself as pro-safety and pro-good science. This attempt to rebrand his stance did little to assuage the concerns of his critics, who pointed to his long history of promoting misinformation about vaccines. The shadow of his past activism loomed large over his confirmation, raising questions about his ability to separate his personal views from his responsibilities as HHS Secretary. During his confirmation hearings, Kennedy outlined his vision for the nation's health, pledging to prioritize several key areas. He vowed to tackle the growing burden of chronic diseases, such as diabetes and heart disease, which have been major drivers of rising healthcare costs and declining life expectancy in the United States. He also emphasized the importance of preventative care and early interventions, arguing that a greater focus on these areas could improve health outcomes and reduce healthcare spending in the long run. Furthermore, Kennedy signaled a potential shift in the federal government's approach to health. He expressed interest in exploring alternative medicine approaches and integrating them into the broader healthcare system. This suggestion was met with mixed reactions, with some welcoming the potential for innovation, while others expressed concerns about the lack of scientific evidence supporting many alternative therapies. This early indication of his policy direction suggested a potential departure from the traditional focus of the HHS. Kennedy's tenure as HHS Secretary is poised to be a defining chapter in American public health, fraught with both challenges and opportunities. His leadership will be tested by a complex web of issues, including the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, the opioid crisis, and the rising costs of healthcare. Navigating these multifaceted challenges will require a delicate balance of scientific expertise, political acumen, and public engagement. A key figure in Kennedy's confirmation was Senator Bill Cassidy, a Republican physician from Louisiana and the ranking member of the Senate Health, Education, Labor and Pensions Committee. Cassidy played a pivotal role in securing Kennedy's confirmation, extracting several key commitments from the nominee. These included regular meetings to discuss vaccine policy, a pledge to preserve the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's public statements debunking the vaccine autism link, and an agreement to allow Cassidy to appoint a representative to any vaccine safety review panel established by the HHS. These concessions, while significant, did little to quell the anxieties of Kennedy's critics, who remained wary of his potential influence on vaccine policy.